Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a full face of drugstore makeup. I have all my products here in front of me. Last week I did full face of high-end products, which I really enjoy high-end, but it can be expensive and sometimes money is tight. So I do have a lot of drugstore makeup that I use on a daily basis, and some that I actually prefer over some of the high-end products that I own. So I've already done my skincare and put on my sunscreen. Now I'm going to go in with primer. This is the Believe Beauty Radiantly Primed Primer. This is from the dollar store and it is only $5 and it gives a gorgeous sheen to the skin. I love it so much. You can see it on my fingers. If you want to glow, this is for you. They have other kinds of primer. I just prefer the Radiant one because I like a glow to the skin. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with foundation. The foundation that I used to use constantly before I ever purchased high-end makeup in my entire life is this Maybelline Fit Me. I've tried the Luminous Dewy one, but I prefer the matte poreless. This is the shade 120 Classic Ivory. I don't love the packaging. It doesn't have a pump. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of messy, but I usually put it directly on my beauty blender or on the back of my hand. Today I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. I think it offers really good coverage. It's very affordable. There are lots of different shades, which is good. I actually own this in 3 different shades. That's how much I enjoy it. Look at the difference. This shade might be a little too dark for me, but we're gonna make it work. I haven't gotten as tan as I usually do in the summer, and that's because I have a 5-month-old daughter who is very fair and gets hot very easily, so she does not like to be outside for extended periods of time. It does a great job of covering up my redness, which I do struggle with. You can see it on my forehead. Be sure that you blend into your hairline. I used to not do this and I looked ridiculous. Okay, so there we have that. So once again, I've been using this for probably 7 or 8 years. It is an excellent foundation. Now I have concealer. This concealer is very popular. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I have the shade Light Peach. I have not tried the hydrating one. I don't feel like I need to because this one really isn't drying for me. And I do have very dry skin. So you would think that it would be drying, but I haven't experienced that yet. And it could also be user error. I typically like to let my concealer sit and dry for a little bit so that it has more coverage and I don't notice as much of that crepiness under my eyes because I do have creasing under there. So while I wait for that to set for a minute before I blend it out, I'm going to go in with my eyebrow pencil. This is the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. I believe I featured this in a video previously. This is the shade Honey Brown. I've gone through probably 20 of these. I've been using this for years. I prefer it to all high-end brow pencils. It is that good. And I believe it's only $7, so it's super affordable. There are only 4 shades though, I will say that. I wish it had more of a shade range, but I do feel like this shade is a good match for me. They have a soft brown, a blonde, honey brown, and I can't recall the last one. I always buy this at Walmart. My Walmart has this every time I go, so I've never had an issue with not being able to purchase it. And during lockdown, I was able to purchase it on Amazon, in case you're wondering. Okay, so now that my brows are on, I'm gonna blend out that e.l.f. concealer using my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. I use this over every other sponge. Wow, that is very light. As you can see, it gives lots of coverage. You don't need to use as much as I did. I just wanted to balance out the dark foundation that I have on. And this concealer is only $6. So it's really affordable as well. I've gone through a ton of these, and I prefer the peach toned one because I feel like it does a good job of covering my dark circles. And I just take the excess and blend it out in the T-zone to brighten the face. And I'm going to set it with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Powder. This is the pressed powder. They have a loose powder, but I prefer the pressed one. I just used up the loose powder one that I had, so I may have used that for this video, but I do prefer this one. And since this is a matte foundation, a lot of times I don't set the outsides of my face. I'll only set the T-zone. So I'm gonna do that today. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I want to prove that you don't have to spend a ton of money on makeup. I enjoy makeup, so I do spend a lot of money on it, but you don't have to. So it does a good job of blurring everything. And there we go. That was the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I have the shade Translucent. Now for the face, I have a L'Oreal bronzer. This is the True Match Lumi bronzer. It is very shimmery. This is in the shade Medium. They have another one that is the L'Oreal Bronze Please. I had that one, but it was too dark for me, so this one might be too dark for me. So I just gave it to my mom. This is not super inexpensive. I will say this is like $11 at Walmart. There are cheaper bronzers out there. I believe Milani has some that are pretty cheap. I can just never find Milani products at my Walmart, and I would prefer to have them available in store so that when I go grocery shopping, I can grab everything that I need. I don't like waiting for shipping, which is fine whenever I have Amazon Prime, but of course in the last year, shipping is terrible. So this gives a gorgeous sheen. They have 3 shades. There's light, medium, and dark. This is the medium one. Now I'm gonna go in with blush. This is the Milani Blossom Time, or the Milani Rose Powder Blush in the shade Blossom Time Rose. It's this gorgeous peachy pink color. It's almost terracotta. It's a really good everyday shade, especially for fair skin. You can tell I've used it quite a bit because the flower pattern is a little flat. And I believe I featured this in one of my other videos as well. I love Milani products. Like I said, they have a really good bronzer. I just don't have that one on me right now. And I have another Milani product that I'll be featuring later on in the video once we get toward the end of our makeup. So now I have a Wet n Wild highlighter. I use it quite a bit. I've hit pan. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. The packaging is broken. It's hanging on by the sticker. And you can tell I've hit pan on this. This is a gorgeous golden highlight. It's good for every day. I just bought another one because I love this formula so much, although it's in a different color. It's more of a pinky tone. It's blinding. I just focus this on the high points of my face. I don't ever bring it down too far underneath my eye because I have a lot of texture there. And that's also why I prefer matte products, because it doesn't emphasize my texture. So we're done with the complexion. What do we think? This is something that I wear basically every single day. If I have a special occasion, I might splurge and use my high-end products, but I typically like to use my drugstore just because they're more affordable and I know that I'll be able to purchase more if I run out. Whereas with my high-end products, I use them sparingly because they're so expensive. I don't want to run out of them. I want to use them for special occasions only. So one of my all-time favorite brands for eyeshadow palettes and for other things as well is ColourPop. This is the ColourPop Sorbet palette. It's just a 4-pan palette. I use every single shade in this palette for one look. You could do a couple different looks with this, although because there's only 4 shades, you can't do a whole lot. There are 2 different shimmers, 2 different mattes. It's like a peachy mauve tone, which are my favorite tones. And this retails for $9. Which is a lot for a 4-pan palette. I believe they have 9-pan palettes that are $9 to $12. But these eyeshadows perform beautifully, just as well as my high-end palettes. I think I own more ColourPop palettes than I do of anything else. That's all the eyeshadow that I need. It's super affordable. They have tons of new launches. I mean, it's like every week they're coming out with so many different things. I also like their lip products as well, which I wanted to feature one of their lip products in this video, but I decided to go with something else because I use it more often. So I'm going to go ahead in with this eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to start with this shade right here. The shades are listed on the back. I believe this is Extra Syrup. And I'm going to blend that into the crease. These are very pigmented, but they blend really well. And I like the 4-pan and the 9-pan palettes because they're very small and convenient for travel. And some of the 9-pan palettes have mirrors in them. This one does not, unfortunately. But I do like the packaging. A lot of the ColourPop packaging is like a cardboard. This is actual plastic. So now I'm going to go in with a more detailed brush into the darker shade right here, which I think is called Drizzled. And this is a palette that I use for everyday looks. You probably could use it for full glam, but because there's only 4 shades, I feel like it'd be kind of difficult to do that. but for every day it's perfect. And it blends beautifully. So now I'm going to take an angled liner brush and I'm going to go into that dark shade that we just used and pack it in the lower lash line. You can see I have some creasing under my eye from the concealer. Every concealer does that on me, so it's not just the e.l.f. product. Now I'm going to take a smudger brush into the lighter matte shade and blend it on the bottom. So as of right now, we've only used 2 shades. And I feel like it's a pretty simple, easy look. Even if you don't do makeup that often, like some of the people that I know, my sister, my best friend, they never wear makeup and they look gorgeous, so they really don't need to. So I can understand them not wearing it, but if they were, I don't know, going to a wedding or a special occasion, I think that a palette like this would be perfect for them because it's so easy to use. Now I'm going to take this pinky shimmer and put it on the lid. This is the shade Scooped. Look at that. I love my shimmers. Occasionally I will do an all matte eyeshadow look, but I prefer shimmers. And there we go. You can leave it like this, but I like to add an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to use the lighter shimmer, which is Glazy. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. Just for a little pop. I think I want to blend this out a little bit better. There we go. So that was the ColourPop Sorbet palette. I used every single shade in here. It took me 2 minutes to do a beautiful eye look. Another ColourPop product is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This is in the shade Swerve. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. They have so many different colors. I mean, they have neons, they have glittery shades, they have this black, they have a nude color, white, so many different eyeliners. If you're looking for a really good, really inexpensive eyeliner, this is the way to go. I believe this is $7. Yeah, $7. And it's very pigmented. There we go. I'm going to curl my lashes off camera real quick and then we'll finish off the eyes. Okay, so I have 2 products left. I always go in with setting spray before I put on my mascara because I find that some mascaras will run or they won't look as good if I put setting spray on over it. So this is the Milani Make It Last. This is another Milani product. I really enjoy this. This is a repurchase. I used one up entirely before I could make this video, so this is brand new. Well, sort of brand new. I used it yesterday. The spritzer on this is a very fine mist, so I really enjoy it. It's not like a water gun to the face. And I think it makes your makeup last a very long time. They have another one that is Milani Make It Dewy. I have not tried that one, although I've heard good things about it. I just prefer matte looks, so I like that one because I don't want to look super shiny. I don't want to look oily. I have very dry skin. I just prefer matte looks because of all the texture that I have in this area right here. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. sponge and I'm just going to gently pat all the powder products in so that my face doesn't look powdery. And then I'm going to finish it off with some mascara. This is by Essence. This is the Lash Princess Mascara. It gives a false lash effect. It does not flake on me. It does not run. It looks great. It has a very interesting wand shape. It's tapered and it has very short bristles. I don't typically go for wand shapes like this. This is good for lengthening and I prefer volumizing, but I like this so much that I actually use it at least every other day. You have to be careful when you use this because the bristles are so short. It can kind of get clumpy. So you want to use it sparingly. One coat is enough. Wow, my bottom lashes really are not near as long as my top ones, and this makes them look great. There are lots of really good drugstore mascaras that I enjoy using, but this one I think is the most affordable. It is only $5. I can't get this at my Walmart, but you can get it at Ulta, you can get it on Amazon. That's where I got this one. I actually had never tried this until about a month ago. My mom suggested this. My mom is really into makeup just like I am, and she told me about it and I just had to use it, and I've been using it almost every single day since. I almost forgot to mention my favorite drugstore lip product. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I have the shade Reef. This is my favorite shade. I'm wearing it right now. It is a gorgeous pink color. I love the doe foot applicator. It gets a lot of product on it and it smells sweet, almost like vanilla. It's not a sticky gloss. I hate sticky glosses. It's just very comfortable, long lasting, and it has a lot of pigment. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand. There it is, very, very pigmented. So this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Reef. So this is the completed look using all drugstore products. I love the complexion. I love the shimmer on my eyes. I love my mascara. All in all, this makeup look was very affordable. It's something that you could wear every single day. And if you're not interested in mauve toned eyeshadow palettes like I am, ColourPop has other shades in this specific 4-pan palette. And I just really love their formula. So let me know if you guys want to see another video using some other drugstore products that I really enjoy that just didn't make the list today, because I have tons of them. And comment down below and let me know what some of your favorites are that I didn't mention. I wouldn't mind to try something new, kind of like with the Essence mascara. I tried it, I loved it. So if you liked the video, please hit like and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss my next one. I post videos every single week. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!